off like, on fire. We had an 11-game winning streak that was terrific, and then obviously carried that over into CAA play. But getting to 20 wins, I think, was important. The way we ended the season with the big road win at James Madison was very exciting. But then following that up with a big home win against Drexel.
For William and Mary, their third win in a row.
I thought it was important because we hadn't won in the CAA tournament in a number of years. So getting over that hump was critical for us, I think, not only for the team last year, but also the team coming back this year, that they know that the monkey's off their back, and now we can relax and continue to make progress. And then obviously Abby Rendell had a terrific year defensively.
And Rendell with a rejection again.
Making the all-defensive team and leading the league in shot blocks, and obviously setting all kinds of records in that regard.
Reese to the cup, swatted and affected by Rendell.
I was extremely happy with Alex Massaguel and Marlena Tremba being named to the second team All-CAA. That was a great accomplishment, but that comes with winning. What I really think those two players brought were expectations back to our program. You could take all the stats off the board, but I think now when people walked into Kaplan Arena last year, they expected us to win, and that was a good feeling for us. And now I think our returning players and our incoming players feel that same thing too, that no, we're supposed to win here at William & Mary. And we're supposed to be good, and that I thought they brought that was more important than all the points and rebounds that they earned here. And then, we do it well in both ends, athletically and academically here. And Jenna Green and Alex Massaguel and Marlena Tremba making the All-CAA, All-Academic team. We were really pleased with the awards at the end of the year, and it's a great springboard for this season. Jenna Green, I think, has shown that improvement from year to year. She came in, it was a tough situation. She came in as a freshman. She had a start right away for us, and she's progressed nicely. I think Jenna is the best defensive point guard in the league.
And a steal there by Green. Jenna to the basket, her layup is good.
And she's done a great job of being our floor general. Last year I thought she took a major step forward in terms of her assist to turnover ratio, and especially her shooting percentage. Although if you look at it in whole, it wasn't great, but if you look at her shooting percentage at the end of last year, she hit some of the biggest shots down that stretch for us.
Latrice to Green for a three. Good! Jenna Green for three!
And I give that credit to her because she was in the gym on a daily basis with the assistant coaches working on her shot. Now with Jenna, I expect her to take another step forward, especially in the leadership category with a young team coming back and some players that need to take major steps forward. Jenna's got to be that leader that we look to, and she's got to increase her score and output as well. I think the world of Bianca Boggs. I think if you look at her career so far, she's had some of the better games, and I always go back to the Old Dominion game at their place last year where I really thought a star was born. She looked like the best player on the floor. So I think she's going to be able to take over a big part of that scoring load. I think you're going to see her really emerge as one of our go-to players, but I think she has a chance on both ends of the floor, both offensively and defensively, to be a great player for us. Victoria Reynolds is somebody who I think had a very solid freshman campaign, but I think you're going to see somebody really bust onto the scene this year. She's a hybrid guard forward. She's going to play a variety of different positions for us, going from the 2 to the 3 to the 4. She's going to take, I believe, a big step forward for us. The returning guard is NARI Garner, who played really behind Marlena Tremba last year, and Marlena really very rarely came off the floor. But Nari, I think, is, after getting her first year underneath her and adjusted and learning our system, what we expect from our players, she's somebody who I think is our best catch-shoot player. So we're going to look for her to really become that perimeter threat for us. So I think Nari's going to really be able to take that step forward. Ashley Taylor's another freshman that you know, had to sit behind you know, some pretty good senior laden guards, and again, she's somebody that can shoot the ball, that can move the basketball, and again, after the experience this year, I'm looking for her to take a big step forward. One player who I think is really is instrumental to our success this year will be MISHA Jones. MISHA Jones is coming off 2 surgeries, one on her shoulder and one on her Achilles, but MISHA's somebody that can really shoot the basketball. She's behind Marlena. She's probably our best perimeter threat, is a great passer, has a great feel for the game, knows when to shoot, knows when to pass, is a great shell defender. And what I mean by that, it might not be a great individual defender, but it's a great connector, connects the team real well, and is really our emotional leader, is somebody that she's always positive, she's always upbeat, and we need that on the floor at times. So we're looking forward to obviously having her back on the floor again this year.
As they'll get it in underneath the Galmont, she gets the bucket in the harm. Great play, wide open.
Yeah, Jean is, you know, she's a multi-dimensional player. She can play inside and outside for us. From her sophomore year to her junior year, we moved her from more of the perimeter spot to the forward spot, playing the more stretch 4. And obviously, unfortunately, she had to play behind Alex Massingwell most of the year. And Alex very rarely came off the floor as well. So we're looking for Jean to have a big senior campaign for us. We're looking for her to be one of our leaders. We're looking for her to come back stronger and faster. She's going to be instrumental in hopefully filling that void that with Alex Massingwell's graduation. Moving on to the centers, again, you know, Abby Rendell is a player that you know, we feel is an all-league player, and we're looking forward to her taking a more dominant role on the offensive end. I think William & Mary basketball was at its best when we were going inside, when Abby was scoring inside and she was aggressive. And
the Tribe starts the same as Rendell, wide open underneath, and will get the layup.
She was asserting herself as an inside presence, but obviously defensively, Abby has a great presence. She's a great rim protector.
Ortiz will make a nice move, but Rendell with the stuff.
This year, we're looking for her to continue her defensive presence, but we're looking for her to be more assertive on the offensive end.
Rendell goes to work, scoop shot, good.
And Chandler is somebody who's made significant progress over the years. Unfortunately, she hasn't gotten the opportunity to showcase herself on the floor in her first 2 years. Obviously, she's played behind Abby Rendell, and the graduation of Casey Curtis as our backup center didn't lend a lot of time for Chandler to play, but Chandler's made significant progress. She's had a good summer session. Chandler's a terrific rebounder, an aggressive defender, and we're looking forward to her really emerging and having a big junior campaign for us. We have a large class coming in. We have a class of 5 freshmen coming in and 1 transfer student. The transfer student, Harper Birdsong, transferred from George Washington. I know our fans are going to love her. Unfortunately, they're going to have to wait a year because she's going to have to sit out the transfer year, the residence rule, and she'll be able to practice with us this year, but she will not be able to play in games. But Harper is going to be that scoring wing player that we really loved out of high school. We wanted her out of high school, and fortunately for us, we got her on the second round when she decided to transfer from George Washington. But Harper's going to be a big part of our future here. But our 5 freshmen that will be coming in this year, I think, are you know, fit our system, fit what we want to do, how we want to play, are aggressive, are athletic, has a scorer's mentality, are strong. I'll start with TYRA Cox out of Florida. She was her Region's Player of the Year in Florida. TYRA's going to play the 1 and the 2 for us. TYRA has a unique ability of being able to get to the basket and get to the foul line. She's a strong guard. She's going to work, she worked this past summer a lot on her perimeter skills and becoming a better shooter, and that's what we focused here on in the preseason as well, is focusing on her perimeter skills and her shooting ability. But defensively, she fits right into what we want to do defensively. She's a very strong, athletic, quick guard. NYLA Pollard is from Princess Anne High School right here in Virginia Beach, and all NYLA's done for 4 years in high school is win. And she's won 4 state championships. She'll remind you a little bit of a former Tribe basketball player in Jasmine Boone. She's another terrific defender, strong, athletic kid. Who's going to fit in defensively exactly what we want to do. She'll see a lot of playing time because of her defensive prowess and her ability in our pressure defense to be able to disrupt opponents. Libby Underwood is another guard. She was Player of the Year, Section 2 in New Hampshire. Libby Underwood is a scoring guard. She's a lefty, so lefties are sometimes a little tricky and harder to guard, but she can really shoot the ball. She elevates great on her mid-range game, but we're looking for her to play a little bit of that wing spot, and we're experimenting a little bit with her as a point guard too. So she'll probably get time at a little bit of both, but primarily she'll be a wing player for us. But real long, athletic, has a great bounce to her game, and we're looking forward to her hopefully being able to fill a little bit of that scoring gap that with Marlena's graduation. Bailey Eicher is a 6'1" forward out of Wisconsin. What really attracted us to Bailey was her athletic ability. She might be one of the most athletic players on our team. She's got great spring, great bounce off the floor, terrific nose for the ball, a great offensive rebound, a great defensive player. We think her offensive game is developing as we're speaking, and she's been working on that throughout the summer session and in preseason, of really defining her role as on the offensive end. Gabby Rogers will play the 5 spot for us a little bit. We are going to work on her playing the 4 as well. Obviously, with Alex Massaguel's graduation, we have a big void there. So Bailey Eicher and Gabby Rogers are going to get some time in that. But Gabby is somebody who's kind of like the post players that we've been bringing in the last couple of years. Somebody who's really athletic, can get up and down the floor, can really run. Gabby has a good range from 15 foot and in, and we think she's defensively, she's hard-nosed, and she's a post player who doesn't mind getting on the floor for loose balls, and I think she's going to bring a lot of the intangibles that we need from the post position. So those are the newcomers. We're going to need a big shot in the arm from them this year. We lost a lot with our senior class this year, but I know they're hungry and looking forward to playing here at William & Mary. Well, we're looking forward to obviously our local rivalry games. We're looking forward to our Richmond game. We're looking forward to our Old Dominion game. We're looking forward to playing St. John's up in New York City. And obviously going down to East Carolina right before Thanksgiving will be a tough road matchup, non-conference wise, for us. Conference is great from top to bottom. Every night you have to bring your A game. If you have a slip up, you're gonna get beat. And the CAA's proven itself. We finished 9th in terms of power rankings in the country, and that's terrific. I think we had a terrific year on and off the floor. The league is taking a little bit of a change. If you look at the top 15 players on the 3 all-league teams, 13 of them are gone. So there's 13 out of the top 15 players have either graduated or transferred from other CAA schools. So now the league is a little bit like us, and it's looking for its next new chapter, next new batch of stars. And like I said, I think we have several candidates that can fill that void. Everything about the season excites me, but working with this group has been terrific. Their work ethic has been terrific. Their intensities in workouts and in practices and in individual workouts have been terrific, and we're learning as we go. And like I said, I think each chapter of our season we're going to be different. But I'm excited about watching us evolve as a team, watching us take that next step, and I think by March we'll be a serious player here in the CAA again.